You know, my friends, it is really awesome when you're vindicated. It really feels good. So, you guys remember when you told me that AMD RDNA3 would not be getting FSR4, or the FSR4 wouldn't run on it because whatever reasons you told yourself inside your head? Well, my brain told me, remember when I told you this? My brain told me that it's going to work, and that's because I did some research on it before they even brought it out. And I guess it just goes to show that FSR4 actually can run on RDNA3 GPUs. So I'd like to give a shout out to Ancient Gameplays for having the ability and the hardware to actually try this out on Linux. It's essentially a mod right now, but it just goes to show you that yes, FSR4 is possible on RDNA3 GPUs because they do in fact have first generation AI accelerators. Guys, if PSSR can run on PlayStation 5 Pro, then yes, RDNA3 can absolutely run FSR4. And I do have a contact at AMD that I have talked to, and they are absolutely freaking working on it. They just want it to be perfect, because as you'll see if you watch the Ancient Gameplays videos, and if you actually read the article where Ancient Gameplays actually got the information and learned how to do it and stuff like that, you'll notice that right now it doesn't really give you a whole lot of extra performance. It's basically, you know, it has to translate through, you know, from FP16 down to FP8 or whatever. So it has to do like a translation layer that actually takes time and resources and compute. So you don't actually get the exact same output that you would get on RDNA4. RDNA4 is a lot more performant. Like, it is really good. When I test, you know, the equal cards like 9060 XT versus 5060 Ti, I'm telling you guys that there is really not a big enough difference anymore to go out of your way to buy Nvidia over AMD. Like, they're very close, they're very performant. The biggest thing is, yes, Nvidia does have a massive head start, so they have a lot more built up. You've got a lot more games that are actually available. A lot more games come to the plate day one with Nvidia features. So that is one thing to look out for if you are considering going AMD. But guys, I'll tell you what, having AMD for over 2 years now, it's almost 2 years. Like in July, I think it was like July 3rd that I switched over and made AMD Radeon my freaking platform of choice. And to be completely honest with you guys, like, this is just incredible, because this is the AMD, and this is the thing that draws me to AMD, is the fact that when they build out their hardware, their architecture, their products, they build them with that. I do kind of feel like they built RDNA4 not necessarily being like, yeah, we're gonna make FSR4 work on RDNA3. Like, I can't say that, but the way they built the program and the way that they're known for being able to support older generation hardware and stuff, that to me just makes me feel a lot better investing my money in AMD. But to give credit to Nvidia, they did make it so the Nvidia app and DLSS4 and all of that stuff works across all of the RTX cards. So that's incredible. Like, it is. You can legitimately use Transformer model DLSS4 on the 20 series RTX cards that came out when they started doing all that. So that is massive. And I do like to see that. I absolutely like to see hardware getting support long term, because, you know, guys, we always talk about price. We're always talking about price of this, how long is it going to last, all of that stuff. Well, honestly, guys, if we're on YouTube and we're watching videos, like, we are always going to have that FOMO, because they're always going to see a new product. There's always going to be one of our favorite content creators. They get sent something, they're covering it. FOMO is always going to be there if you're on YouTube. But the one good thing about PC hardware is, since probably the 6000 series GPUs, maybe even 5700 XT, you know, you've got like 20 series cards and stuff. Since those cards have launched, 1440p is a very attainable resolution for gaming. Decent frame rates. the new performance that you get from utilizing these features, being able to use AMD's fluid motion frames on their older cards. It just goes to show you that, like, look, it's time to embrace the features and like really start giving them the credit where credit is due. At this point in time, I was sitting here last night and I was playing Doom Dark Ages on the 5070 Ti. And I got the path tracing turned on, and I've got all the settings maxed out to Ultra Nightmare, and I turn on DLSS performance, and I turn on MFG 4X. Okay, I jump into the game, and I'm legit getting 140 FPS experience on the counter, and I'm going through it, and I'm like, okay, this is smooth. Like, I can play this. I'm on a controller. I feels good. Like, I do not feel like I'm at a damn disadvantage. And I'm at 4K resolution, and it looks good on a 4K display. And that, my friends, okay, that is the biggest thing that I see with DLSS 4, FSR4, is the fact that you can legit play at performance level, upscaling on 4K and get a 4K experience that is smoother than it's ever been before on PC. At least for me, like, it just feels smoother. Both AMD, both Nvidia, both of them feel absolutely smooth when I'm utilizing frame generation. Obviously, it's not perfect. Like, you can definitely see, like, when you're turning the camera and stuff, some instability or whatever, but I don't know, guys. When I'm immersed in a video game, like, I don't give a crap about that stuff. I only care about that stuff when I am dawdling, when I'm looking around, when I first get a game, when I'm in there playing a game, blah, 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 whatever, okay? We've all been at that point when we're playing a damn game at 4K where the shock and awe of the visuals and clarity and all of that melt away into the back, and we just play our games. It just doesn't even matter. To be completely fair and honest, that doesn't matter on any resolution. Whatever you get in on there, whatever you get in on, 1080p, 1440p, 3440 by 1440p, ultra wide 1080p, 4K, it doesn't even matter. Once you're immersed in the game, it no longer matters. The resolution is a thing of the past. As long as you are on a native display, you will never question the resolution. You'll never question the resolution. The incredible thing about FSR4 and DLSS4 is that you can actually utilize these features at 1080p. Like, you can actually use them at 1080p and your image quality will still look pretty dang good. So, for everybody that said the FSR wasn't going to come to RDNA3, I would like my apology. Just go ahead and apologize in the comments section, because yes, eventually AMD is going to bring it out in a driver update. You're going to be able to utilize it. They just want it to be perfect. That's what the person that I talked to has said. Ancient Gameplays has said that. Like, other AMD content creators have, and even people that aren't AMD content creators have told you that yes, it's going to happen. So don't run out and sell your 7000 series cards just yet. If you want to upgrade, yes, FSR4 is going to be faster and perform better on RDNA4 cards. So, to tell you the truth, guys, somebody else from the community, they have 7900 XTX. They swapped it out for 9070 XT, and they feel exactly the same way I do. You are not at a disadvantage. You're just not. The better image quality that you get from being able to, you know, have FSR4 right now is definitely worth it. You're using less power. You've got it is just, RDNA4 is very performant for what it is. I mean, we're talking about a 60 CU GPU that performs on a level of a high-end 4K GPU and gives you the feature set to be able to fully enjoy your games across whatever resolution you want. The same goes for the Nvidia cards. My two favorite cards this generation, 5070 Ti, 9070 XT. Absolutely. Could I game on 5060 Ti, 16 gigabyte, and 9060 XT? I'm doing it right now. Like, I've been playing on the 9060 XT for the last 3 weeks. Like, it doesn't matter. We are at a point with GPUs, with technology, with gaming, to where we can actually utilize these features and utilize these GPUs and have a good gaming PC experience that not only looks incredible, but feels incredible too, my friends. We're at that point, and we've been there for a long time. So I get the whole frustration and stuff, but of having to wait for FSR4 to come to RDNA3, but hang in there, guys, it's coming. Like I told you guys at the beginning of this generation that it was gonna come, that it wasn't gonna be, you know, that it was gonna work. I expected it, and this is still my expectation, is for FSR4 to perform like it does more on like PS5 Pro, whereas they use it to stabilize a 60 frames, you know, 60 FPS or whatever, and get you your image quality, your clarity, and it just makes it look better and stuff. Like I kind of feel like that. Some games you'll probably get a little bit more performance, some games you'll probably get less, but the big thing is that it will work, and it will clean up the image quality issues that a lot of people seem to have with using FSR3. So, all right, my friends, if you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I definitely recommend watching Ancient Gameplay's video. Check out what he did and how he got there. And if you still got a 7000 series GPU and you want to play around on Linux and do all the modding and stuff like that, sorry guys, that's just not for me. I just don't have enough time to do all of that stuff. I work a full-time job, and I just want to play video games on the time that I do have, and I want to make videos for the channel. So I just don't have the time to do it, and I don't really have access to a 7000 series card this weekend to try to do it. So we'll just have to take Ancient Gameplay's word for it and wait patiently for AMD and the team over there doing the drivers to bring FSR4 to the 7000 series GPUs. I'm hearing by the end of the year. Hopefully that works out. Hopefully we get it within, you know, the next few months or something, because that would be really awesome for everybody to be able to take advantage of that. So, all right, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Froggy out.